Hey guys, it's Adam from the Dimensional Gamer Squad here, bringing you with Battle of the Beasts episode 37. It'll be Elko, the Lord of the Sea, versus Zepha, the Monster Squid. Yeah, let's get right into it with Elko versus Zepha. Now, hold on, please bear with me. I forgot to get the Holy Bible of Beast Quest. So let me go and get the Holy Bible. Found the Holy Bible. Okay, so let's start with Zepha because it's easy to find in this Holy Bible. Zepha 270. Okay, yeah, that's a good number. I don't know if it actually is a good number. Now I just need to find Elko when I learn how to spell. 287. Now I just forgot what 270. So Elko is a larger beast. Okay, so that's something, I guess. Please bear with me. I nearly dropped the books. I nearly dropped the Holy Bible, and I nearly dropped the other battles happening today. Oh god, trust me to fail at that. Okay, let's put it under here. Yeah, under there. So, this battle is obviously going to take place in the Western Ocean. Duh. Jesus Christ. So, let's get right into it. Close your eyes, let me weave you a tale, well, one tale out of three anyway, of how one beast defeats another. It's kind of obvious which one will win though, because they're both pretty much the same. It's like the Kraken versus Cthulhu. And I need to make my Lord and Saviour win. Duh. No, I'm joking. My Lord and Saviour's the Kraken. No, I'm joking. It's Cthulhu. Let's get right into it. So, I don't know where to start with this. They're both octopus. Okay, so we open up in the Western Ocean. They both swim into each other. I don't know. They both swim into each other. They stare each other down. Give each other menacing stares. Elko's keeping his off better, since Zepha is just like a derpy stare, like. So that's Zepha's stare. Elko's stare is. I really hate both of these beasts, but I like Zepha more, but doesn't mean he's going to win. So, they go into battle. Yeah, Zepha used his tentacles to push himself forwards, using the tip of his head as like a spear. Elko braces for impacts, and right before Zepha's about to impale Elko, he wraps his tentacles on his arms around Zepha's head to stop him in his tracks. He swings him to the side and releases him, and then releases him in one tentacle hand, let's say, pulls him the other way, and wraps his other tentacles around Zepha's tentacles. Wow. If you know what I'm like, if you know what my mind's like, this is freaky stuff. Really freaky stuff. Oh god, why was this a matchup anyway? Oh, this is a weird matchup. Okay, so Elko currently has Zepha sustained, trapped, I guess. So Elko just starts pulling Zepha's head that way, Zepha's tentacles that way, to try and amputate his limbs. Zepha is able, though, maybe he's trapped at the moment, but is able to use the end of his tentacles to bend backwards and just whip Elko in the face and the tentacle hand, so it's right with his Zepha's tentacles. Man, that makes no sense. But it gives enough pain for Elko to actually release Zepha. And Zepha goes straight for one of Elko's tentacles, and bites one of the limbs off. Elko recoils back in pain, but then starts making a sound that sounds like gurgled laughter, as Zepha sees that Elko's tentacle just regrew back. Then Elko wraps his tentacles around one of Zepha's tentacles and bites down on that, chopping it off. Zepha recoils back in pain, but unlike Elko, he doesn't grow it back, because Zepha can't grow it back. So Zepha instead tries to gives himself the advantage and squirts ink all around him and in front of Elko, blinding Elko, while Zepha is able to get away to a fair distance and then just do the same thing they did at the start of this fight and just try and impale him in the back this time. Elko hears this, but it's too slow to react, and Zepha's head goes right through Elko. What Elko does, to prove that he's a tough behemoth as he is, he wraps his tentacles around Zepha's head and just pulls Zepha through his body. And Zepha watches in horror as Elko's body just slowly starts degenerating, but not as fast as his limbs did. So Zepha starts wrapped his tentacles around Elko's body, so then he's trapped and can't really move. And then what Zepha does, he lowers his beak part of him, the underside of him, let's say, because that's where his beak is, towards Elko's chest, and then he just starts stabbing directly at Elko in the chest, where the source of all Elko's power is coming from. Zepha keeps going, and eventually it starts getting easier for Zepha to actually push his head right through Elko. And Elko, not being able to do anything, is trying to use his tentacles to whip Zepha's tentacles off, but it's not working. He tries biting at Zepha or his tentacles, and that's not working either. Zepha just keeps stabbing Elko in the chest with his beak until eventually Elko's chest becomes like a big hole for Zepha to squeeze through. So what Zepha does, he releases Elko. Elko is just standing there a bit weak now. Zepha goes back at a distance and then goes in the slimmest form he can. So like kind of like a jet stream kind of thing, I think that's what it's called. And goes directly towards Elko. His body makes it through, but before his tentacles make it through, he starts opening his tentacles up. His body goes through, but before his entire body's gone through and it gets to his tentacles, he opens his tentacles up to like a starfish formation. And then what he does is, his body goes through, his tentacles don't, and instead his tentacles connect to each other at like a diagonal point where the main point is right in front of Zepha's beak. So where Zepha went through the hole in the chest. And what Zepha does, he starts using all his strength to lift Elko in the water and just slam him against the surface. And how Zepha does that? He used the tip of his head to dig into the sand to use as like a stand or pillar, let's say, and just slams Elko into the ocean floor, causing Elko to be completely unconscious, and he probably died when Zepha went right through him. So yeah, I'm going to be honest, Elko was originally planned to be the winner, but no, Zepha won, Elko lost. I let my Lord and Saviour lose. But at least the Kraken won, so something. So yeah, Zepha won, Elko didn't. I honestly thought Elko would be victorious in this fight, but apparently Zepha did. Okay, so that's the end of the first fight. So well done, Zepha. You're through to round 2. Well, like I already said, that's all for this time. If you liked what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe. Press the notification bell down in the corner below. I'm looking forward to round 2, and I won't be uploading for the rest of this week because I had to work on a major project which I promised to Lucas I'd get done this month. So and I don't have long left. So I'm going to get on a roll with that, and I'll see you next time.